Kamaron Leach here with the stars of Dear White People and also the creator. How's it going today, guys?
Good, man. Good.
Right, good. So, Justin, I like how you put this script together. I like how you guys touch on cultural issues. Kind of reminds me of a millennial version of the Carmichael Show.
Oh, cool.
What kind of comparisons have you gotten for the show so far?
Gosh, we've gotten everything from, A Different World, Freaks and Geeks, Girls, Insecure, Do the Right Thing, Royal Tenenbaums, I've gotten all of that. And to me, it's flattering because all of those are really great, great shows. What I love about the Carmichael Show in particular is that they're not afraid to put conflicting perspectives on the same issue in the show. And, to me, that's the most exciting thing about telling this story is that none of the characters agree with each other.
Yeah.
Even the title, Dear White People, the characters are totally split on if that's an okay thing. And I just love, I love, exploring a really touchy, maybe sometimes taboo subject from all of these different angles, because ultimately you can't get at it from one point of view. We all have to start talking to each other to really figure this thing out.
For those of us that saw the movie, how is the television show going to transcend beyond its predecessor?
Well, definitely the show goes a lot deeper into these characters, and it brings a lot of new characters to the forefront. Some of the folks in the movie who maybe had a line here or there, or, was somebody's boo on the side. Those people now have fully fleshed out arcs, and we go a lot deeper. Also, the show's coming out at a different time in our country. The movie came out right at the edge where we went from post-racial to, oh my God, racism is still totally a problem. And now we're coming out in a very contentious, politically wrought sort of time. And I think the show speaks to where we are now. And it talks about what does it mean to be an activist in the 21st century? What does it mean to try to get people who are screaming at you to listen to you? And no matter what side of an issue you're on, whether you're black and you disagree with another black person, or you're white and you disagree with a black, whatever, I think you'll see your point of view represented in the show, and it'll challenge you to consider other points of views, which I think is kind of the point of art,
Logan and Brandon, I know he's sitting right here, but what was it about the script that kind of, made you guys want to attach yourselves to this project?
Well, the film, first of all, I told Justin recently that when I first heard of it. Oh, this is hilarious. You want to split this?
You got to show them that.
It's a fiver.
This is it.
You can't say that.
When I first heard about the show, the film Dear White People, I had seen it all over Twitter, people using it, myself included, using it as a hashtag. And I didn't know how to feel about it being a movie. I didn't. And I wasn't going to go see it in theaters. I was going to watch it out. I was going to watch it when it came out on TV or something at home. And then...
You're fired, so...
Should have kept the $5 now. What am I going to do for food? But Kimberly Elise is from Minnesota and invited me to a screening of it. The film was filmed in Minnesota, and that's how I got to experience it in a group of people on a screen, and I'm glad I did because it challenged me, and I think I was almost anticipating the fear of what that show does. It reflects it back on you. It's funny the show is called Dear White People, but it makes everyone look at themselves and see who you are in this society, who you're trying to be. So that wasn't exactly saying specifically about Justin, but it changed my life. That sounds so dramatic, but it really did change my life.
Wow, thanks.
Now I went to Howard University. We had Soul Food Thursday. We had pasta on Tuesdays. Right. Now who came up with mac and cheese Wednesday? Who's to blame? Is that you?
Listen,
come on, that's peak blackness right there. Come on, man.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, listen, it was so fun writing Armstrong Parker because, it's sort of it's a show that takes place on a mostly white campus, but we sort of get to have our cake and eat it too because Armstrong Parker is the Black Residence Hall. And all of that infighting and our traditions and all of that stuff that we do when we're amongst each other, that was just a lot of fun, hate watching certain shows on TV. This is putting all that stuff out there and telling the truth about it and sort of making light of it to me is listen, that's part of the fun of telling a story like this.
There we go. And final question, one question I ask anyone of any levels of importance, celebrityness, What is your advice for anyone that wants to be where you are today as a director, as an actress, actor?
I think the most important thing if you're trying to aspire to something is you are what you do. You know, so you got to commit fully to whatever it is that you want, and you gotta go off of that thing that's like burning deep inside of you. Not everybody's supposed to be a writer. Don't try to be something that you think you're supposed to be. Everybody's got that little something that's like, yo, do this. And no matter how absurd it might be, you gotta follow that. You gotta follow that instinct. That's the only way, you know, you're gonna really fulfill your destiny. Now I sound like Eon, it's fine. But like, it's true though. It's really true. It's like, you are what you do. You gotta put in the hours. It's gonna take 1,000 hours before 10,000 hours before you get a yes, before it starts to happen. So start now. Don't be 80 and be like, damn, I really should have written that novel. Right.